Now, let's discuss the negative effects of deforestation and understand how it impacts both ecosystems and the environment. The first major consequence is the loss of biodiversity. Deforestation reduces biodiversity, meaning the number of different species living in an area decreases. Forests, especially tropical rainforests, are home to a huge variety of plants and animals that depend on one another for food, shelter, and reproduction. When trees are removed, these habitats are destroyed, leaving many organisms without the resources they need to survive. Many species cannot adapt to the new conditions or move to another suitable habitat. As a result, the variety of living organisms declines, making ecosystems less stable and more vulnerable to future disturbances. The second consequence is extinction. If deforestation continues, some species may disappear completely. Many plants and animals are specially adapted to live only in forest habitats and cannot survive anywhere else. Once these habitats are destroyed, their populations decrease rapidly. If they are unable to reproduce or find another suitable environment, they eventually become extinct. This is particularly serious for species that are found only in one location on Earth because their extinction is permanent and further reduces global biodiversity. Another major effect is soil erosion. Tree roots play an important role in holding the soil firmly in place. When trees are cut down, the soil becomes loose and exposed. Rainwater can then easily wash away the fertile topsoil, which contains most of the nutrients needed for plant growth. This process, known as leaching, carries valuable nutrients into rivers and lakes. Over time, the remaining soil becomes infertile and unsuitable for growing plants. Once severe soil erosion has occurred, the land takes a very long time to recover. Deforestation also increases the risk of flooding. Trees help absorb rainwater and allow it to soak gradually into the soil. Their roots also help hold the soil together. Without trees, rainwater flows rapidly over the land instead of infiltrating the ground. This increases surface runoff, which can quickly lead to flooding in nearby areas. In hilly regions, loose soil may also slide downhill, causing landslides. Therefore, deforestation greatly increases the likelihood of both floods and land instability. Another important consequence is the increase in atmospheric carbon dioxide. During photosynthesis, trees remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and store carbon within their tissues. When forests are cleared, fewer trees remain to absorb carbon dioxide. Furthermore, when trees are burned or allowed to decay, the carbon stored inside them is released back into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide. This raises the concentration of greenhouse gases, strengthens the greenhouse effect, and contributes to global warming and climate change. Overall, deforestation has widespread environmental impacts. Clearing forests destroys habitats, leaving many organisms without food or shelter. This reduces biodiversity and increases the risk of extinction. The removal of trees also makes hillsides unstable, increasing the chances of landslides. Rainwater washes loose soil into rivers, causing silting, which blocks waterways and further increases the risk of flooding downstream. At the same time, nutrient recycling within the soil is disrupted, making the land much less fertile. Even if the land is abandoned later, it often cannot recover naturally because of the severe environmental damage caused by deforestation.